So what's the difference between a profitable trader and a losing trader? And to my mind, there's two different things. First thing being an edge, which I mentioned in a previous video. And an edge can be a small piece of information that gives them an advantage at that point in time to say that, you know, there's more chance the price will head in one direction than the other, and it's that simple. But there's a separate video on that, so check that out if you haven't seen that one. The second thing being execution, and the way they go about conducting their business within the markets. And you probably heard me talk about this in the dealing with losses clip that I put up earlier in the week, and I know a lot of people have enjoyed that. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. But I did briefly touch on execution within that, and it becomes quite confusing, particularly for those that are new to the markets and not completely familiar with everything I'm talking about here. So I thought, what better way to do it than to actually show you how my mind's ticking with regards execution, and particularly in a type of situation where a price may be swinging.
So the first thing I want to ask you is, when did you last see a market go in a straight line like this? It just doesn't happen, does it? What you're more likely to see is something like this. Now, it has still got that same linear progression, although what it does allow you is these little pockets of value just below the line where you can get involved in the market. Getting involved before then isn't the best idea, just because there's been nothing to confirm the trend going in that direction. Now, what I much prefer to do is actually to lay at these points of value below the trend line, as it were. And then once the trend progresses, it gives me the opportunity to back a portion of my stake back into the market and offset my position. So if you think of our overall position of profit and loss, and where we entered the market, by taking out a portion of our stake up the top there, we can offset our position, allowing us a more safe position to trade from. The end result meaning we can let our profits run that little bit further.
So it's quite easy to see, if you conduct yourself in that manner within the markets, when the price action's behaving like that, then you're setting yourself up in a position whereby you're more likely to profit more and lose out on that little bit less should the price go against you. So to my mind, that's the second part of the two things that profitable traders do over losing traders, and the fact that they actually keep to that structure, race in, race out if they're trading horse racing markets. But again and again, they just systematically apply that structure to the markets, and that's what allows them that extra confidence to be, to be extracting as much profit from the markets as absolutely human possible.